Morning, folks. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My name is Bruce Dickey. You can see here beside me, I've got my friend Nick Farley over here from Salem. We're going to be talking quite a bit here in just a little bit, and we really haven't narrowed it down because Nick is a man of many talents and many different vocations, and I don't know what you're going to want to talk about. We may talk about dogs.
We got plenty to talk about.
We got plenty to talk about as we'll talk to Nick here in just a minute. But a happy Thursday to you. This is Thursday, May 24th. A lot of stuff going on. Memorial Day coming up this weekend. I've seen more boats cruising down the road heading to the lake than in the last 3 days than I've seen in the last 3 months. So everybody's getting ready for the big weekend. Hope you are too. What are some of the things going on in towns around the area today to help you get ready? Well, at the Flora Rehabilitation and Healthcare Center at 2 o'clock today, they're having a community tea party. And that, again, will be at 2 o'clock. I don't know if that's the political tea party kind of thing. I don't tend to think it is, but you never know. Have you ever gone to a tea party thing?
I have not.
You haven't?
I have not.
Well, you haven't thrown the tea over the side?
No, sir.
Have you been to Boston?
I've not been to Boston.
See, they've got the boat. They've got the Constitution, the old
Sure.
Ironsides. And part of the fun is they've got these boxes that let you throw the tea over the side.
That's definitely on my bucket list now.
See, I've helped him out already. We've already helped Nick figure out the rest of his life. What else is going on today? It's the breast cancer support group meeting. That'll be at the Women's Wellness Center up in Effingham, and that is at 5:30 today. So if you might want to head up there. Also at Heritage Woods here in Flora today, Dr. Philip Chung. He's playing piano from 12:30 to 1:30 up at Heritage Woods today. That's be a good time. Another thing you might want to do, it's a picnic night. Picnic night. Odin Fireman's Picnic starts tonight at 6 o'clock. It will be, they'll have a carnival along with armbands, and for rides, they'll have raffles, all kinds of food. They ask you to come out and enjoy this year's picnic and support the local firemen. Always a wonderful thing to support. What else is going on? We are, of course, on Wabash Catch TV here in Flora on Channel 100 or Channel 25, depending on whether you have fiber. In Salem on Channel 3. We appreciate all you folks over there watching as well. If you have cable and you're looking for other things to watch today and tonight, we got all kinds of things. RuPaul's Drag Race on VH1. They're halfway through their season on RuPaul's Drag Race, which means things get seriously fierce on RuPaul's Drag Race. I've never watched it, but it's apparently a good show. By the way, did you watch Survivor last night? Wendell beat Dominic in a tough struggle, big tie, first time they'd ever had a tie, and they had a tiebreaker vote for Wendell to beat Dominic for the $1 million. Elsewhere, regular coverage. There's not much on television anymore. Sweeps weeks ended last night, so we're kind of in that spot where the old shows are sending in repeats and new shows haven't come out yet, but there'll be some summer stuff we'll be bringing to you over the course of time. Sports, though, there's always plenty going on in sports, and I've got baseball. Cardinals aren't playing today. The Cubs aren't playing today. So you're thinking, well, I'm not interested then in any baseball. Well, the White Sox are playing. That's at this afternoon. That'll be at 1:10 o'clock. Baltimore finishing up their series with Chicago. Dylan Bundy on the mound for the Orioles. Lucas Giolito on the mound for the White Sox on fiber. That's going to be on channel 643. Also, all day long, starting at 10 o'clock this morning. Actually, starting at 9 o'clock this morning, so don't change the channel. Wait about an hour. But the first game today at the Big Ten tournament is going on at 9 o'clock. It's Iowa versus Ohio State. This is in the losers bracket of the Big Ten tournament, and these are all day long on the Big Ten Network and on Fiber. I believe that's channel 600. So Michigan State at 1 o'clock versus Indiana University. Indiana lost to Illinois last night. In the winners bracket at 5 o'clock, Michigan plays Purdue. And then at 9 o'clock, number 1 seed Minnesota takes on number 4 seed Illinois. Again, that'll be at 9 o'clock tonight. Brent Spillane named the MVP of the Big Ten yesterday. He's a first baseman for Illinois, and that kid can flat out hit. He hits about over 400 for the year. And the NHL set up their Stanley Cup final last night with Washington knocking off Tampa Bay. So they'll be back in action, I think, Monday night for the game 1 of the Stanley Cup final. So they're done for a while, but the NBA still going on their conference finals. Tonight it's game 5 as Golden State is at Houston. That series tied 2 games apiece, and the Golden State Warriors had a nice lead last time they played on Tuesday night, and then blew it in the fourth quarter as Houston came back to win it. So that's been a good series. All kinds of stuff going on. I've got my friend Nick Farley here. We are going to bring all kinds of information to you here in just a few moments. You are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey, and we'll be right back after these.
Come see us at Anthony's Wild West in downtown Flora.
Enjoy salad, pizza, and pasta buffet 11 to 2 Monday through Saturday. Not hungry for pizza? Our menu features a variety of food for every taste.
Our dining room is large and spacious for 2 or a crowd. Let us help you host a private party in one of our banquet rooms. Visit the Fallout Shelter to have a drink with good friends. Then try your luck at one of our 5 gaming machines. See you soon in the Wild West.
Welcome to Clay County Hospital. Clay County Hospital and Clinics offer the best in services and care in the area with a staff that strives to provide the very best in patient-centered care. We offer full hospital services including radiology, therapy, surgery, labs, and emergency services. Our clinics located in Flora, Louisville, and Clay City allow us to reach out to Clay County residents so that you never have to go far from home for your healthcare needs. In addition to our regular provider staff, we also offer affiliated specialty provider services at our Flora clinic. Finally, have a minor injury or illness but don't want to wait for an appointment? Our walk-in, no-appointment clinic hours in Flora are Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. until 8 p.m., and Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon. Make Clay County Hospital your number 1 choice for healthcare, convenient and close to home.
Clay County Hospital, your number 1 choice in healthcare.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple, to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust. Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone services required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
My name is Rose. Smoking caused my lung cancer. I was on chemo and radiation. They took part of my lung out, and they put this in me to drain the fluid. Every day I prayed that they would remove it. My tip is be careful what you wish for. That chest tube hurt a lot more coming out than it did going in.
Get us going. All
That's
right.
good.
Morning, folks. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My name is Bruce Dickey. My guest here, Nick Farley. Hey, man, thanks for coming in.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Nick is a tremendously prompt young man. He does.
Like to be here early.
He likes to be places early, and I do appreciate that. I'm just teasing him a little. I didn't look for the email. Did you look for the email?
No, sir.
Are you the kind of person? See, I think I sent. Well, I don't know who's right.
I think you told me to be here.
I probably told you to be here around 8:30.
And I thought that's when the show was on, so I thought, well, I'll get here a little earlier than that.
So am I chewing up too much of your day?
We'll get it worked out.
You're going to be all right. Well, well, I tell you what. If I'm chewing up too much your day, you just walk in there and tell those folks to take that job and shove it.
I don't think I will do that. I like my employer.
Okay, let's introduce Nick to you. He is from Salem, and he wears all kinds of different hats. Why don't you just tell us about it? Give us the Nick Farley story.
Okay, the Nick Farley story. So I graduated from Salem High School.
Okay, in
2001.
2001. All right.
Went to KC, got my Associate of Arts.
Okay.
Went to Eastern Illinois University, got my Bachelor's in Business Computer Information Systems.
All right.
Spent about 5 years doing consulting work in St. Louis.
Really?
All over the country.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Consulting in
IT.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. So I've worked in Portland, Oregon. I've worked in Sunnyvale, California. Came back to St. Louis. Worked with a lot of great people, and then in 2008 came back to the region to work at KC as their IT manager.
Okay.
And so that's kind of the start of me coming back home.
Yeah, that's I guess what I was going to get to. How does a youthful man like yourself, after 7 or 7, how do we keep them on the farm after they've seen the world? That's what I'm asking.
I'll be honest. It was a great mentor of mine, Mike Register. A lot of people don't know this, but when I went to KC, I was actually in the choir there.
Oh, really? Okay.
And so I continued, even though I was doing consulting and IT work in St. Louis, to come back to KC and sing in their community choir.
From time to time.
That's right.
Kaskaskia College, for the folks who don't realize what KC is.
Yes, sir.
By the way, that's a very picturesque campus with the prison right across the street.
I'm telling you, it's wonderful between
I'm joking.
A cornfield, a cow pasture, and a prison. But it is a beautiful campus, and we're really proud of it.
Well, you should be. You should be. And that, see, this is amazing to me, how you lived in Portland. For crying out loud. It's the most beautiful city in the United States.
I didn't really live there. I worked there. So I was there a lot. But
okay, where were you working out at? Was this out of St. Louis?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can see why. Yeah, that's so you spent a lot of time there and a lot of time in Sunnyvale.
That's right.
Where's the best restaurant in Portland?
Oh, man.
Or did was your expense account did it not cover the good stuff?
Actually, my expense account was really well when I was out there. But I couldn't even name the places. There were so many.
Really?
Yeah.
In Portland, I'm just harping on it because I love the town.
Sure.
I've been there a couple of times, and it's just beautiful.
I worked out of the U.S. Bank building there, and a phenomenal view, and it's just phenomenal.
Tell me about, so you've been to Silicon Valley if you're working out of Sunnyvale.
Sunnyvale is the heart of Sunnyvale, or of Silicon Valley.
I'm told that you haven't been there been there very often for a while, but you were there from then, like 2005 to 2010?
Yeah.
How did the recession affect all the people out there? Were there companies just automatically booming and all of a sudden gone?
Yeah.
Really?
You see a lot of that out there. You see a lot of, it's funny, millionaire secretaries, which is really funny. They did a lot of paying secretaries and stock options.
Millionaire secretary.
Especially from like 03 to just before the bubble crash, kind of in 08 with the housing market stuff. you saw a lot of people that were trying to get in the dot-com boom that didn't take a huge salary, that took huge stock options.
Oh.
And so
those probably took a hit.
You know, they did. But before then, before '08, you saw a lot of secretaries, a lot of just workers within companies that got paid a very low wage, but took a bunch of stock options, and then you'd see something like an IPO come out, and they'd retire. Wow. So, you know, it was really interesting. They put a lot of hard years into a lot of different projects and then came out okay.
What got you into IT? I mean, a lot of people, I know some folks played video games, for crying out loud, and turned that into a career. Is that how you got into doing it, or what?
My dad had a rule growing up as a kid. You break it, you fix it.
Okay.
Okay? He had this computer that just fascinated me. And I wanted to take it apart. I wanted to learn.
Apple?
No, actually. It was, there was a company in town called, still there, RA Computers.
Okay.
He bought a custom-built computer from there.
Okay.
486, 33 megahertz.
No kidding.
Yeah, I can
remember.
So
this is circa 1997 or 8.
Yeah, that's right. And so, you know, I credit my dad because he said, you know, you can do whatever you want, just you got to know how to put it back together. And so he bought books and he bought manuals, and he really encouraged me.
You're like a freshman in high school at this point.
First website for any high school in the state of Illinois was Salem High School.
Is that right?
That I helped create. So
how about that?
Yeah,
that's really cool.
Yeah. So I actually lived in Collinsville for a while. I lived with my mom, and 4th through 5th, 6th grade, I was helping them with computers in the offices. So yeah. Good
grief, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So you grabbed. I didn't realize that. I mean, the Kaskaskia College, or for that matter, Eastern, had they must have a pretty good computer program. If you're already that into it and that proficient at it, to be able to extend your schooling there and there.
So I went, and I knew I wanted to get a bachelor's degree, so I went to KC, which was a great, high-quality education, and quite frankly, it prepared me for Eastern. Mm-hmm. I probably wouldn't have been ready coming out of high school had it not been for KC. They spent the time with me and really helped nurture me. But I went to Eastern because they had a really interesting program at the time, and I think they still have it, where you got business courses and IT courses. And I knew that, you know, I didn't want to just do IT, but I wanted to drive a ship. And so that was a really good synergy when I looked at Eastern after I left.
Well, it must have helped if you were able to get a consulting gig, because not everybody gets out of college with a nice consulting gig traveling all over the country. That's pretty cool. Okay, so you come back.
Okay, so
your mentor brings you back.
I have to tell this story. So,
all right, yeah, please do.
So I'm working in St. Louis, and I'm driving back to KC, and you know I tell the director
for choir practice.
Right.
For choir, you're sing. What do you sing? Are you? I'm guessing baritone.
I'm a baritone.
Okay, all right.
And so he says to me, "All right, we're going to come back and do this semester." And I said, "You know, I just can't come back this semester. The drive, I don't get home till late. I'm working a lot of hours." And he says, "Well, what will it take you to come sing in my choir? I'll pay you gas money." I said, "It's not the gas money. I just, you know, the driving,
I was going to say
the time.
You're already a consultant or something. You're making the gigantic dollars."
Well, my bank account will lie to you on that one. But I said to him, and I said, "I tell you what, you find a job doing IT work in that area, making what I'm making in St. Louis, and I'll come back and sing in your choir." And I kid you not, the next day he called me and said, "There's an IT manager job at KC that I want you to apply for and come back and sing in the choir."
You thought you thought it was a nice bluff.
Yeah, absolutely, totally bluffing on my part.
Yeah.
Totally bluffing. And
that's really pretty cool.
I applied and got the job and moved back about 2 months later.
Well, that's outstanding. And see, that's the kind of thing that really that small town Southern Illinois or Illinois, small town rural areas need more of, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Nick? You need to get more of the kids who go into school and bring them back, right?
You know, I have learned that there are so many bright and talented young people that a lot of people call it the brain drain of Southern Illinois, that they don't see the opportunities in their own backyard. And so, you know, oftentimes they go off to college and then they move or they try to find jobs that are out in the region. So one of my big goals moving back was we got to figure out how to keep this talent pool here locally.
Right. Well, that's one of the things that he's doing as Nick is going to be. I tell you what, we never did even list your titles because you have a ton of titles.
Title means nothing. At the end of the day, it's the work that means the most.
Listen to this guy. It's like he's throwing out the bon mot right there, and he's like Benjamin Franklin with all the sayings. Very impressive.
No.
That's Nick. Now you're being modest.
Well, it's the work that counts.
It's the work that counts. That's Nick Farley. I'm Bruce Dickey. You are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We're going to get a little bit more into the nuts and bolts of how Nick and the city of Salem in particular, as well as the area of the Kaskaskia College, how they're helping improve the area. You are watching, again, Big Talk with Bruce Dickey on Wabash Catch TV. Here in Flora on Channel 100 and or Channel 25, and in Salem on Channel 3, Louisville in 100 as well. We'll be back in just a second. Do stick around.
It's my choice. It's my choice. It's my choice.
So many of our county residents have treatment or surgeries done at larger hospitals. What they don't always realize is that they have a choice to select where they can have physical therapy or any number of post-operative treatments and follow-ups. Clay County Hospital is your choice. Talk with your specialist, surgeon, or primary care provider and let them know that you want to stay close to family, friends, and most importantly, home.
Clay County Hospital, your number one choice in healthcare.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Come see us at Anthony's Wild West in downtown Flora.
Enjoy salad, pizza, and pasta buffet 11 to 2 Monday through Saturday. Not hungry for pizza? Our menu features a variety of food for every taste.
Our dining room is large and spacious for two or a crowd. Let us help you host a private party in one of our banquet rooms. Visit the Fallout Shelter to have a drink with good friends. Then try your luck at one of our 5 gaming machines. See you soon in the Wild West.
Your call is very important to us. Please hold. Your call will be answered in the order it was received.
Tired of paying a big faceless company for your local telephone service in Flora? Now you can easily switch your 662 telephone number to Wabash Communications in Flora. That's right, Wabash can now provide local phone service to the Flora area, and yes, you can keep your 662 telephone number. It's available to both business and residential customers. Call us today at 662-3636. Wabash, your local telecommunications provider.
I'm Brian. I was in the military for 18 years. I joined the service so I could serve my country and see the world. But I smoked, and I got heart disease. So a lot of the world I got to see looked like this. My tip is, it's hard to serve your country when you're too weak to put on your uniform.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple, to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My name is Bruce Dickey. This is Nick Farley. He is from Salem, Illinois, and I didn't give you the opportunity, Nick, to give us. All right, start at the top. When you're looking at the current resume of Nick Farley, you presumably just redid a resume.
I did. So
you have a new.
Okay, so let's start with what I am currently.
Start with the currently. All right.
Currently, I'm an IT manager for Americana Building Products in Salem.
Okay.
I am also a Salem City Council member.
How long have you been on the Salem City Council?
This is my first term. I've been on 3 years.
What made you decide to get onto that?
A couple different things. One, people, you always say, you always hear people say young people never get involved. And I was one of those people. And how do you say that if I'm a young person and not getting involved?
Right.
So I wanted to lead by example. Two, I didn't think anybody represented the views that I had on the council.
Is that right?
There was nobody there that was advocating for some of the things that I thought they should be advocating for. And quite frankly, I saw a lot of mistakes that didn't pass the sniff test with me.
Oh, really?
And so I said, you know what, I've got to get involved in this. So I went to every council meeting for a year before I even announced that I was running.
So you want to familiarize yourself with the process.
I don't go into something halfway.
Yeah.
I want to learn. I want to educate myself so that, when I'm ready, I can jump in and start doing the job right away.
Salem City Council member now for 3 years. Okay.
Yeah.
What?
And then Tuesday, the college announced that I will be the new Dean of Career and Technical Education.
2 days ago.
Yeah, Tuesday.
Congratulations.
Thank you
very
much.
Done.
I'm
the new
very
Dean.
proud. Yes.
So you're like, are you going to add that to your name, Dean Farley?
That's what everybody else has been calling me, but I'm just Nick.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. How big of a program, career and technical education program, does Kaskaskia College have?
I'll put their vocational classes up against anybody.
Really?
In Centralia, they've got a Votech center that is just second to none.
Mm-hmm.
From welding to construction, to HVAC. The labs they've got are phenomenal. The instructors are just rock stars.
Wow, that's good.
They've got a program right now going that is probably the best that they've ever had.
How about that?
Yeah.
How many students at Kaskaskia?
I want to say our unduplicated head count was over 10,000, somewhere around the 11,000 range. If you include all of our range.
Right, if you're including the folks who are coming in like to play in the bands and stuff.
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
I've got several friends who drive from Fairfield to play in the Kaskaskia College band weekly. You know, they have their rehearsals.
People drive from all around to be in that band. That band is phenomenal.
It's very good, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so you're going to be the Dean of Career and Technical Education at Kaskaskia. What else? What other hats What other hats are? Oh, what other hats?
What other hats do I wear?
Does Nick Farley wears what other hats? How about that?
I have many hats.
I can't tell if it's is or are.
I'm the liaison from the city to
grammar
the
teacher.
Salem Theater Board, which I'm very proud of. That's promoting the arts is something that I really try to do.
All right, stop. We've got the Salem Theater annual fundraiser right there with John Spicer.
Which was a phenomenal show. John Spicer, if you haven't seen him,
that's what I heard. I had John on the show. Did a great job.
I saw that. It was a great show.
Yeah, he was a lot of fun. Being on that board, does that... why'd you get on that board? Let's put it that way.
Well, I'll tell you, they wanted a representative from the city. The theater itself is actually owned by the city of Salem.
Right.
But they lease it out to a board, and so I'm kind of the liaison.
Okay.
I'm the one that was interested that said, I really want to make sure that the arts are doing well in Salem.
Yeah.
And so I was asked by the mayor to chair that seat. So,
the reason I asked is I was wondering if you were involved or wanted to be involved in acting.
Well,
since you're in the choir,
I'll tell you, every once in a while I play a cameo. So
really?
I'd never go out for the shows, but every once in a while I'll be an extra or do something.
What's your favorite show?
Oh man!
To either act in or to have that you've seen them present.
Oh man, they've done so many for a community-based theater. It is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
For people that haven't gone, the acting that goes on in a community theater is just wonderful.
Well, I've been involved in acting at Grayville and Wayne City, smaller stuff, but yeah, it's a thrill. It's fun.
Every time they put on a new show, I'm like, wow, that is phenomenal.
Right.
So. To pick a favorite show, I don't know that I could.
You gotta pick one. So at some point, you're gonna have to. I guess not like picking your favorite dog or something. I'm not asking you to pick your favorate dog.
Les Mis, Miss Saigon, I've seen at the Fox. Those are real special shows.
Yeah. Those are big deals.
In college, I was No Nanette or The Pajama Game.
Yeah. No Nanette. No kidding.
Yeah.
That's a 100-year-old show.
Yeah.
It turns 100 in 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Wow, that's really cool. Talking here to Nick Farley about all kinds of different things. How is the construction going on the theater? Has it been held up, or is it moving forward, or is there anything folks can do to help that out?
One thing that I will say is probably my disappointment in government is things move very slow.
They do that, don't they?
And so we've crossed the hurdle. So we hope in the next 15 to 30 days to break ground on that new addition.
Oh, outstanding.
Yeah.
Outstanding. And that's something they desperately need.
Yeah. To have our actors backstage, that if they need a wardrobe change or to use the restroom, they're having to run outside, run around to the front, change, or quite frankly, they'll run across the street to the fire station.
To the fire station, yeah.
And so
that's what Meredith was saying.
And if it's raining or cold outside, it's just a miserable experience. And
and that's the thing. Putting on 4 productions a year, that is extremely ambitious.
And that's just 4 productions. That's not including all the other things that they do.
The movies that they're putting on every week.
They put on movies. They have the Missoula's Children's Theater. They do clinics. They do all kinds of things.
What is the Missoula's Children's
They
Theater?
have kids from all over come in, and they do workshops and put on a play at the end.
How about that?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Oh, yeah.
I had no idea. Talking here with Nick Farley about all kinds of different things. We haven't even talked about the fact he's on the SCIGA board as well as the Route 50 board, and we will get to that here in just a minute. Nick is the city councilman in Salem, and he is here today on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey, as you're watching on Wabash Cable, Wabash Catch TV, Salem Channel 3, Flora and Louisville Channel 100 or Channel 25, depending on whether you have fiber. We'll be back in just a second, talk a little bit more with Nick about what's going on when we return after these. Do stick around.
Welcome to Clay County Hospital. Clay County Hospital and Clinics offer the best in services and care in the area, with a staff that strives to provide the very best in patient-centered care. We offer full hospital services including radiology, therapy, surgery, labs, and emergency services. Our clinics, located in Flora, Louisville, and Clay City, allow us to reach out to Clay County residents so that you never have to go far from home for your healthcare needs. In addition to our regular provider staff, we also offer affiliated specialty provider services at our Flora clinic. Finally, have a minor injury or illness but don't want to wait for an appointment? Our walk-in, no-appointment clinic hours in Flora are Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. until 8 p.m., and Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon. Make Clay County Hospital your number one choice for healthcare, convenient and close to home.
Clay County Hospital, your number one choice in healthcare.
Come see us at Anthony's Wild West in downtown Flora.
Enjoy salad, pizza, and pasta buffet 11 to 2 Monday through Saturday. Not hungry for pizza? Our menu features a variety of food for every taste.
Our dining room is large and spacious for 2 or a crowd. Let us help you host a private party in one of our banquet rooms. Visit the Fallout Shelter to have a drink with good friends. Then try your luck at one of our 5 gaming machines. See you soon in the Wild West.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only, with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
My name is Brett, and I used to smoke. I quit, but not until I got a serious gum disease. My tip to you is, your smile says a lot about you. What does this say?
is very important to us. Please hold. Your call will be answered in the order it was received.
Tired of paying a big faceless company for your local telephone service in Flora? Now you can easily switch your 662 telephone number to Wabash Communications in Flora. That's right, Wabash can now provide local phone service to the Flora area, and yes, you can keep your 662 telephone number. It's available to both business and residential customers. Call us today at 662-3636. Wabash, your local telecommunications provider.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
See, well, of course, we just started getting baseball just a couple of years ago. So welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My name is Bruce Dickey. This is Nick Farley. We're talking about all kinds of different things, and I was just telling him he could have brought a hat with him if you.
I'll bring one next time. I will bring one.
Yeah, you don't have the gig yet.
Right.
You haven't started.
That's true.
That's right. Okay. All right. So yeah, that's fine. We'll let it go. We'll let it go. Okay. I have never heard of the South Central Illinois Growth Alliance. Tell me a little bit about this. And when did you join this committee?
So I joined this when I joined the council.
Okay.
I was approached by both the current Salem City the Salem City Mayor and a previous mayor and another previous mayor.
Really?
That came to me and said, you really need to check out what they're doing with the South Central.
Nick, that's the hard sell.
Yeah. In fact, 2 mayors picked me up to take me to my first SCIGA meeting. They wanted to make sure that I went to this.
They're afraid you're going to get lost?
Yeah, I don't know. And I had no intention on doing anything except going to the meeting and seeing what it was about.
Seeing what it's about, sure.
Little did I know that it was in for me from the get-go.
Usually it's when you miss a meeting that happens.
Right. So to give you a little history on SCIGA, it was set up between the Salem mayor and I believe the Centralia mayor in the early 2000s as a way to kind of communicate to bring a regional effort to economic development.
Okay.
And so, this is a place that, mayors, city council members, economic development directors, private industry could come together and figure out plans to do, to promote regional growth in the business industries. And so they did really well. But in the last 4 or 5 years, they had kind of lost their vision.
Really?
And they had raised some money, not much, but they had a little bit. But it kind of became a meeting once a month that people would go, hear a guest speaker, eat, burp, and go home. They didn't have a vision for really.
Was it a night meeting or a day meeting?
It was a night meeting.
Oh, so you're eating and burping a couple of times.
Right.
All right, I got you.
And so they weren't doing much.
Yeah.
And so it had really lost, and it had the potential to really do something.
Yeah.
And so I went, and it was officer nominating night. Okay. So,
They had you going.
I had no idea what I was getting into.
Yeah.
And so, I'm eating my meal. I've got a mouthful of sandwich, and somebody nominated me for vice chairman. First meeting.
That's great.
Man, with friends like that, who needs enemies?
Well, and I got to tell you, it's kind of tough to turn down a nomination with your mouth stuffed full of food.
I had no opportunity. The vote was taken before I could even say what.
They probably, the motion was done, and the nominating committee was closed.
Yeah. They were voting on it before I had swallowed. So,
well, congratulations.
But you know what? I said, okay, this is another opportunity.
Sure. To help out.
And so, we decided, and I had been harping that man, this SCIGA stuff, there's really potential here to promote economic activity.
Yeah.
And so I had been having conversations with all of our plant managers locally.
Okay.
And so, as I would go to these plant managers and say, what can I do as a council member to promote economic activity here in the town? Time after time, I'd hear these plant managers and HR directors say, you know what, if you give me 4 welders today, I'll give you your economic development.
Is that right?
And
So it's a dearth of labor?
That's right.
Skilled labor.
Skilled labor. And so, I realized really soon if, the average age of the skilled laborer is in their mid-50s right now. And so I realized looking forward, man, if we don't start to bend these trends, we're going to be in a real problem 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So we've got to create a pipeline of students that have those skills that our employers are needing. I mean, that's what's going to promote economic growth in our region. Because,
that's where the companies will go, won't they?
That's right. One of the best surveys that I read recently was companies, when they look to relocate a plant, they don't look at taxes.
Mm-hmm.
They don't look at what's the budget process in the state. They don't look at any of that stuff. They look at what's the labor force.
Really?
What's the skilled labor force in that area? Number one above everything else.
I would have thought the taxation situation would be number one, but I guess it doesn't matter what taxation is.
If they know what it is, they can plan for it.
Yeah.
Skilled labor is something they have to know is there from the beginning. So, I look at our region and you say, okay, what are the major areas of economic activity in our region? You got healthcare.
Right.
And then you've got agriculture.
Right.
And then you got the VOTEC or the vocational trades.
Right.
And so, I'm looking at that going, it was like a light bulb went off. And I said, man, we've got to do something with this. And then President George Evans, who was the current Dean of Career and Technical Education at Kaskaskia College, started having some conversations with me. And he said, I really think we ought to move this SCIGA thing into help promoting. He goes, I'm getting calls from all the different plant managers in our area saying, we need this, we need that. And he goes, I don't have enough students to give them yet.
Right.
And so it was like, boom, here's a synergy here where everybody can work together. It's promoting economic activity, so let's move forward with this. And so when George Evans was promoted to president of Kaskaskia College, that really gave me an ear to say, okay, let's really do this with SCIGA.
Yeah.
I've got a voice that'll help me pound the pavement on this. And
the key to that then, though, is getting the numbers in.
Right.
Because you already mentioned you've got the teachers.
That's right. We've got world-class facilities. We've got great teachers. We've got great instructors. We've got great equipment. I'll put our equipment up against anybody right now. And more to come. You'll see some press releases on some new equipment soon.
Send them. Yeah.
So, but we can't just start in high school on this, because for so long the vocation trades have been kind of a constellation prize in terms of employment.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
I can't get into the college I want, so
right.
I guess
maybe I'll do this.
Yeah, okay.
And that's not what it is. I mean, these are good paying careers that are right here that have 401k benefits, that have health care, that, you look at the top wage earners, okay, in our region, the top 80% of the top paying jobs in our area are all in the vocational arena.
Well, that makes sense.
So, these are great careers and great opportunities. Most people don't know of the career opportunities that are in the region.
So how do you get that word out then?
So what we've done in the last year is we said, okay, manufacturing month, this was last year, we started planning, we said manufacturing month is October. Let's use this as a driving force to bring a bunch of people together to promote some of the trades in our area. So what we did is in Breeze, Oakville, and Salem, we started getting in the grade schools, taking them on field trips.
Really?
Okay, let's take these 7th and 8th graders and let's send them through some of these factories and show them the opportunities that are here.
Okay.
If we wait till they're seniors in high school, we've probably already lost the battle. And so we're going to show them the welding, the engineering, industrial automation. We're going to show them the secretaries and business managers and programmers. And so we walk through these plants and say, this is a job. What's your education? What do you need to do the job? We've got 3D printers and CNC plasma cutters. We've got all this wonderful technology. And a lot of people...
The folks have to be trained for it.
That's right. And a lot of people think that factories are real dirty places, right?
They're not.
They have really changed in the last 2 decades. And so getting these kids into these area manufacturers was a whirlwind of excitement for those kids. They got to
say,
see,
what are you hearing from them?
Oh, man, we got thank you letters afterwards. And it was like, oh, man, I didn't know I could do welding here.
Really?
I didn't know I could help build robots here.
So folks think, the kids may think whenever what are the kids thinking before they went through that? They think it's like Lucille Ball, where they're putting the chocolates in the thing as the
I don't know.
line goes.
I think parents drive this, or there's a lot of different reasons why people think this, but people think factory and they're like, I'm not going to go there. But there's a lot of real great vocational careers there, and so. I, for example, as a city council member, I drove past North American Lighting every day.
Right.
I had no idea what they did inside. I knew they made taillights.
Yeah.
Had no idea.
Yeah.
You go into that facility and you are blown away by the automation, the robots.
Really?
You're driving by and you hear beep, beep, and you look over and there's an automated car driving down the line.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just like, wow, this is right here in Salem. And so if I don't know that as a council member, and I'd like to think that I'm pretty informed, I know that a lot of other people don't either.
You make a great point. You make an outstanding point. That is Nick Farley, and we're talking about all kinds of stuff, economic development-wise, exciting times in Salem as well as down at Kaskaskia College, and along because the SCIGA doesn't really affect Route 50. Might talk a little bit about that also when we return.
Sure.
All right? That is Nick Farley. I am Bruce Dickey. You are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV, Channel 3 in Salem, Channel 125 in Flora here, and in Louisville, Sisney and Jeff. And we'll be back talking a little bit more right after these words.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians, and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Welcome to Clay County Hospital. Clay County Hospital and Clinics offer the best in services and care in the area with a staff that strives to provide the very best in patient-centered care. We offer full hospital services including radiology, therapy, surgery, labs, and emergency services. Our clinics located in Flora, Louisville, and Clay City allow us to reach out to Clay County residents so that you never have to go far from home for your healthcare needs. In addition to our regular provider staff, we also offer affiliated specialty provider services at our Flora clinic. Finally, have a minor injury or illness but don't want to wait for an appointment? Our walk-in, no-appointment clinic hours in Flora are Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. until 8 p.m., and Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon. Make Clay County Hospital your number one choice for healthcare, convenient and close to home.
Clay County Hospital, your number one choice in healthcare.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone services required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Come see us at Anthony's Wild West in downtown Flora.
Enjoy salad, pizza, and pasta buffet 11 to 2 Monday through Saturday. Not hungry for pizza? Our menu features a variety of food for every taste.
Our dining room is large and spacious for two or a crowd. Let us help you host a private party in one of our banquet rooms. Visit the Fallout Shelter to have a drink with good friends. Then try your luck at one of our 5 gaming machines. See you soon in the Wild West.
I'm Brian. I was in the military for 18 years. I joined the service so I can serve my country and see the world. But I smoked, and I got heart disease. So a lot of the world I got to see looked like this. My tip is, it's hard to serve your country when you're too weak to put on your uniform.
Your call is very important to us. Please hold. Your call will be answered in the order it was received.
Tired of paying a big faceless company for your local telephone service in Flora? Now you can easily switch your 662 telephone number to Wabash Communications in Flora. That's right, Wabash can now provide local phone service to the Flora area, and yes, you can keep your 662 telephone number. It's available to both business and residential customers. Call us today at 662-3636. Wabash, your local telecommunications provider.
Sorry about the short delay, folks. The iPad shot craps there for a second, but it's back now. It's back now. All right. This is Nick Farley. I'm Bruce Dickey. Do appreciate you guys tuning in today to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Again, check us out on Wabash Catch TV. Also on YouTube at the Big Talk with Bruce Dickey page. You've seen it.
Absolutely.
You've watched it.
Yeah, I think that's phenomenal.
You've got it subscribed?
I do.
How about that?
I actually
Listen to
did.
that. Listen to that. What a suck up. I really love that.
That's true.
That's great. Nick is here from he's the City of Salem councilman. He's also the new Dean of Career and Technical Education at Kaskaskia College. They must hate you losing you at Americana.
You know, Americana Building Products has been a great company. It still is. I actually worked there from 98 to like 03.
Oh, really?
As an IT tech, starting out, kind of as an intern. And
as an 8th grader.
No.
A freshman.
Freshman, sophomore in high school. So I was able to work there and went back, and I've been there 5 years.
How many websites do you think you've built? I mean, if you were...
Oh, man.
If you were the not as a consultant, just building your own. Give me an estimate. 100.
30, 40, 50.
30 or 40 or 50. Yeah. It just as favors for people?
Favors for people. You know, I've done Daffodil Gardens Club. I've done humane societies for volunteer work. I've worked in a lot of different areas. Doing
where do you get the biggest juice?
What do you mean?
What makes you tick? What makes you go to all these meetings? Because you're going to meetings for the SCIGA, you're going to the Route 50 meetings, you're going to the city council meetings. What makes Nick Farley go?
At the end of the day, I see so much potential being left on the table in this area. And so I look at it and go, man, I can leave this place a little bit better than I found it. That's ultimately what drives me almost every day.
When you mentioned you built the website for the Humane Society, are you heavily involved in the Humane Society?
Not so much anymore, but I did that a few years ago.
Yeah.
We'll probably be doing a theater website within the next year or so. It's supposed to already be done.
So you're already planning to build a theater website.
So that's on. But, you know, I've been lucky to have some talents. And so if I can use my talents to help some other really good organizations, then let's do it.
So what's the future outlook then for the SCIGA as well as for Salem? What can we look down the road and see? You mentioned to me, I think off the air, about you got a new Denny's.
We talk economic activity in Salem. I think the new Denny's will be open before the year's out in Salem, and that's going to be a phenomenal new restaurant. And I think you're going to see that open a lot of eyes for that area of town to promote some development. Our economic development director, Jeannie, is doing a great job.
I got a question.
Yeah.
I know Jeannie Gustafson does a great job. How does Denny's help boost the economic future of an area?
Sure. So one thing is it's a 24-hour restaurant located right next to the highway. So that's going to bring people off the highway.
Right next to the trucking company, too.
Right. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
So.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So
that's the future.
That's the future.
Sorry about that.
So they bring off a lot of tax dollars, right? That'll come into the town from just the highway. The other thing is that starts to say, man, that's going well. maybe I ought to do something there.
Yeah.
And so I think success breeds success. And
Yeah.
so once you see 2 or 3 of these things start to pop up, that really gets the economic engine humming.
That's pretty cool.
So, yeah.
So that at this point, and you're 3 years into your councilman's duties.
Yes.
That is basically you're. It's kind of embryonic, isn't it?
It's right. You got to get that smoke to start the fire.
Yeah.
And so this is the smoke that I think that Salem's in a really great position over the next few years to really unleash a lot of economic activity.
All right, I've been avoiding it like the third rail. Tell me about Route 50.
So,
are we going to get 4 lanes? That's what I want to know. Are we getting 4 lanes?
I've lobbied every state legislator, state senator, from Cavaletto, anybody that'll listen to me, is promoting 4-lane Route 50. I think that's the next big hurdle we need for really huge economic growth in the region.
There are pros and cons.
There are pros and cons. A lot of people worry about the bypass going around the towns, but they're already doing that.
Yeah.
For the most part.
At least to the east side.
That's right. And so we've got to bring that to be able to get some of these big trucks out of our downtowns. A lot of people think that those trucks spend a lot of money in towns, and they don't. They just do more harm than good most of the time to the towns.
Flora saw it here. They just had to rebuild the Main Street.
Right. And so
or North Street.
We're all the time having to do projects on Main Street or the US 50. So that'll get some of the trucks off the road.
Well, traffic in Salem can occasionally be a little bit of a beef.
You want to have a fun time, come drive through Salem about 7 o'clock on a Friday.
Really?
It is a great time. Between 5 and 7, get you a good radio station.
You'll be there for a little while.
And enjoy it. But I think that'll be huge. I think that we've got some areas for truck stops. I think that would do a lot more to get some more industry into this area. I think we're going to have a great talent pool coming up for skilled labor.
Yeah.
And so getting all the transportation right, that puts us at a great crossroads, because then we'll have, in Salem, we'll have Highway 57. We could have 4-lane 50. We're not too far from 70. We're not too far from 64. We've got 37 right there. And so that, I think, could be a real major artery for South Central Illinois.
So then looking deep 5, 10, 15 years in the future, you were forced to do this in your IT consulting, right? I mean,
Yes,
that's
sir.
part of the gig.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not like what I've done here. I'm looking to next week to make sure I have guests.
You got to have a 5-year. You got to have a 5-year plan.
What's the 5 to 10 year plan for Salem?
For Salem, I think the first hurdle we got to get is getting through the enterprise zone process with the state of Illinois, getting an enterprise zone that we can offer some incentives to some companies. We've got probably a half a dozen different people interested, but are really gun shy about making that investment yet.
Really?
And so I think an enterprise zone would be the catalyst to say, okay, now this makes financial sense for me to do this.
Yeah.
And so you're going to hear a lot about enterprise zone in Salem.
I like the. How about for the labor? I mean, we talked a little bit about it. Is KC going to be building more and more? Is it going to be growing? Because you hear SIUE and SIUC losing students. Are they going the community college route?
I think you're going to see a big explosion in the vocational trades. And so, we're starting in the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. And I want to tell a story. I know we don't have much time, but
you better hurry.
But we took these kids, we got them in grade schools, and we made them ambassadors of the city of Salem, gave them a coloring book, sent them back to 2nd and 3rd graders, and started telling them about what they saw.
Okay.
So we're creating, this is going to be a decade-long conversation.
Sure.
We're starting early. But if we can get all of these pieces into a puzzle, man, we're really promoting Salem in a great way.
That's really good.
Yeah.
You're fired up about this.
I am very excited.
Does anybody say, man, you're just crazy?
I drink a lot of Mountain Dew, and so sometimes they tell me ease off on the caffeine. But
I'm telling you, caffeine's a bad thing. As you get older,
Right.
you'll realize caffeine's no good for you.
But I'm passionate about this stuff because I see so much potential in our area.
Oh, that's wonderful. Nick, thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
That's
I appreciate
Nick
it very
Farley,
much.
folks. I'm Bruce Dickey. Stick around for tomorrow. We've got the Take the Points coming. But Nick, thanks for coming on. We'll talk to y'all again real soon on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey.